Yeah. Rules are for
Think,
liberals.
stunk, think, thunk, tank.
Wait, is that how rules work?
Thunk, tank.
Hi, my
Liberal?
name is Calvin, and I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
My name is Andreas, and I am Art.
Ooh.
My name is Eric, and I'm so confused by these introductions, I don't even know who I am anymore.
Wow. Sorry.
Well, welcome, podcast listener, and sometimes YouTube or live stream viewers. We want to welcome you all here to a very special thunk.
Oh.
This thunk is brought to you by the National Museum. And with our partnership with them, we're here to deliver you educational content.
We are.
The best educational content that the money they gave us could buy, which is not very much.
No, it's not.
As you can see here, in the past, people used to kill each other with swords, and there's guns on that wall over there.
Wow.
People used to do murders with these out of hatred.
Constant murders.
Wow.
Very much like today, where people are constantly doing murders.
Yeah.
What did we learn from this piece of history? Nothing fucking changes.
Nothing.
Why do you need to know history? I don't know. Nothing changes. Why the fuck would you need to know that nothing has changed?
Okay.
Pretty easy.
One thing has changed. People have gotten better at the murdering. I mean, that's
That's
No,
not
true.
actually probably
People
true.
have not gotten better at murdering. The tools have gotten better. All these like one-shot guns, we got now like 100-shot guns.
Yeah.
Kill 100 people without reloading.
Wow.
But
That's
I would-
better. But the
I would
meat people still
I would
suck.
suggest that because the tools have gotten better, the users have gotten much stupider.
Mm.
Right, when
and-
you only get one shot, you make it count.
Right. You got your shit down. You're ready. You know what you're doing. You
Yeah.
practice. And nowadays, someone goes to Walmart, they buy a gun, and then they fucking go out there and they try to do a murder. And I tell you what, half the time they don't know how the gun works.
Yeah, you got to train up for your murders.
Wow.
No, that's the wrong lesson
No.
to take from the museum.
Oh,
Don't do
Ah.
murders. Break the cycle.
be better than the past and not do murders. That's a great idea.
Be better than the past. It's hard to be worse.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not a high bar that we're
It-
suggesting.
No, this is a
It's
very low bar.
It's down here.
Very
Yeah,
low
you
bar of
step
don't do
over it.
murders.
Don't do murders. Stop it.
But if you do murders, be
Do
efficient.
them poorly.
Look, at least
Oh,
make
right.
an
Be
improvement.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah, don't practice, don't train, don't test your equipment. Just go straight off the rack into the murder zone and see what happens.
Yeah.
The less preparation you do for murders, the better it is for society.
It's
Yeah.
more natural that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
You think
Doesn't feel fake.
cavemen planned murders? No.
They just did what they wanted. 'Cause they were
Yeah.
alpha males. Be an alpha male.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh God, please no. Not the alpha male stuff.
Or the other Greek letter males. You could be them too.
Look, hopefully,
Theta males, gamma males,
hopefully everybody in the
epsilon
audience,
males.
they already know that the whole entire like alpha male pack thing was made up, and that the wolves don't work like that.
It wasn't made up. Wolves work like that in captivity.
Okay,
The researchers didn't get that they don't do that normally or in the wild.
right, and so
Like-
so
It was an
Don't-
honest mistake, and the dude spent the rest of his career trying to fix that misconception
sure,
about
sure,
wolves,
sure,
who
But it
are
just-
wonderful animals.
gets passed all over the place, and I just want to say, don't be like that.
Yeah, but it's super convenient to be able to sort people into categories based on Greek letters.
Okay,
That's true.
no, I don't like it. Anyway,
So have I?
Yeah.
One of the problems with us shitting ideas into the ether, pretty much weekly,
yeah,
at 2:00 on at 6, at 6
2
o'clock on Tuesdays. There we go.
At 2 o'clock,
It's 2
somewhere in
o'clock
the middle
somewhere.
of the Atlantic
Yeah.
Age Ocean.
Yep.
it's 2:00
yep.
somewhere.
Is I can't sometimes remember if a good idea I've had has already been had by me or someone else.
Well,
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
the
I get that
audience. The audience won't remember, or nor will we. Well, you're set.
Yeah.
You're set. Just go
So-
for it.
Bottled water is an amazing scam,
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
You take what comes out of the tap that's mostly clean with only a little bit of lead, and you get rid of the lead, and then you put it in a bottle, and you sell it.
You don't even need to do that step where you get rid of the lead. If it's coming out of the tap and supplied by the government, it's good to go.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's some bullshit. All right,
Yeah.
cool. So bottled water is a giant scam, but people still buy it. And bottled water says a lot about you. Do you not give a fuck about the people in Fiji?
Why are you
Fiji
stealing their water? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So but the problem is they all come in bottles. And the bottles go into the ocean, and the ocean
You're
fills
right.
up with bottles and
Problem
kills
with bottled
dolphins.
water is the bottles.
Which is why I'm pitching reusable bottles for bottled water that you, when you're done, just stick in a mailbox and they'll be sent back to us where we'll refill them and resell them. Stainless steel, single-use, non-disposable water bottles that you pay postage on when you buy it, and it's hard-coded into the bottle.
Like, this is terrible on so many levels.
Yes.
We don't want to do this. Biodegradable water bottles.
But then we can't have incredibly expensive steel bottles that people buy and then get rid of while paying for the shipping on. And they're super expensive, but it's like bougie as hell because it's completely reusable.
Yeah, but like nobody wants that.
Just because
Like,
someone
they
else's
already
lips
have
were on.
reusable metal water bottles. Sanitizing the water bottles is going to be a nightmare. What we want is biodegradable water bottles. And hear me out. Let's get discarded coconut shells, glue them together, like each half, glue them into a whole spheroid, and with a hole with like a stopper in it, and maybe like a stick-on seal for freshness.
What if we dip them in wax
We could do that too.
so they're not all hairy and gross?
Yeah,
And so they're all
and we could
waxy.
put a
and
logo
gross.
on them.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the hairy outsides would be a selling point, but
It might be the most
They're so
target audience. We
natural.
could do both.
nah,
You
yeah.
might-
We
yeah.
could do waxed and unwaxed natural coconut water bottles.
Do you like your natural coconut water bottles waxed or unwaxed?
Yeah, that's a great marketing thing. We can get
I
people
mean-
to vote one way or the other, and either way, they care about our product.
God, that's garbage.
That's the point.
Yeah.
We're manufacturing something that's just 80% garbage.
Right.
Let's make it biodegradable and make a ridiculous profit. Because like people already pay like $5 for a coconut.
Yeah.
Now
That's
imagine
true.
that coconut instead of coconut inside, which is disgusting and nobody likes.
Nobody.
It had water, fresh, clear, drinkable
Normal,
water,
like a normal person.
like a
Yeah.
normal person might want.
I can see this advertisement already. I think it's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's big old cork in it.
we're gonna call it coconut water. It'll be huge.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
I think we can't call it coconut water
Well,
because
why-
it is
why?
not, in fact, coconut water.
No.
Which
It's a coconut
it's-
with water in it.
yeah.
We'd call it water coconut. That seems weird though.
It
Water
does seem weird.
coconut.
Just call it coconut water.
Yeah, coconut water. Like that.
Look.
I think. Look, we'll put an ingredients list: 100% water,
100%
and people
water
will know what's in it.
in a coconut.
may contain less than like 5% coconut and coconut bits.
Contains no coconut.
Well, it might.
contain
It
traces.
might.
May contain traces of coconut.
Yeah.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for-
We have to say that for allergy peoples.
God.
Mm.
I drank this water and I got allergic reaction. I'm allergic to coconut. I just thought it was water. Yeah.
It's in a coconut shell, but
Yeah, I had no idea.
No idea.
no idea. It's been in contact with coconuts.
Absolutely unfathomable.
Yeah, right there,
Indeed.
Calvin. You look like you're.
Oh, I'm a little tired.
Oh,
Why are
well.
you tired, Calvin?
I don't know. I think there's this thing. What's it called? Sleep that you have to get.
Sleep.
Yeah.
I think you're a computer, and computers like can sleep but don't need to.
I think that your bed's probably the problem. Have you not been sleeping well? You should buy a new bed because that'll fix it.
I
You
have.
tried these orange foam mattresses? They're orange and foamy and sponsored us this.
No.
No.
Orange foam mattress.
I have a foam mattress. It's nice.
Is it orange though?
No, it's not. Is that
Well,
the problem?
orange foam mattresses smell like citrus.
I could just.
90
put-
day
fresh
money back
citrus first.
guaranteed.
I could just dye mine in orange juice or something.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Yeah.
You could. Or you could buy a new mattress, which really is more American, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with something? Use money to solve it.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
I mean, in all fairness, money does solve most problems.
It does. I brought a little thing for us today,
Ooh.
but it's not a thing. It's like a question.
Ooh,
All right,
question.
I like
for you guys to
questions.
think about. Like today they announced with a little kind of teaser website that the Matrix 4 trailer is about to drop in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Matrix 4, and I was thinking, guys, what's
the plot?
what plot for Matrix 4? Not just what's the plot. I mean, anybody can come up with what's the plot. That's not what we're here for. We're here for special stuff. Informed information. Thunks. Deep thunks.
Well,
And I thought what would upset fans of the Matrix the most if it was the plot for Matrix 4? That's what I'm
Oh,
asking
okay.
you guys.
You ready? The entire movie
Uh-huh.
is Morpheus going around the underground town, picking up some groceries and stuff, and then going to his tiny apartment where Neo lives, who is completely blind and super crippled as fuck, and feeding him porridge for the entire movie.
For the whole movie.
The whole
don't
movie is
know.
that. Like shot super depressing, like French indie film style.
Oh, yeah, there's
you
like
know,
there's like
black and white almost. It's
a deep meaning to it as this is
there isn't, but it feels like there
it feels
is.
like it is, like in a French film style. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
so I'm going to pitch you the movie I want it to be.
Okay.
Because that will probably piss off a bunch of fans. I want it to be they discover that what they thought was the real world was just another Matrix.
Uh-huh.
And that they're really multiple layers deep in virtual fake realities. And they just keep like having to like wake up into the real world. So they never establish what's real and what's not. And they just keep discovering higher levels of reality.
Yeah. I
With
kind of hope
weirder shit going on.
I hope it's that too. I actually hope it's that too.
Yeah, so legitimately, I mean, it is. They're obviously still in the Matrix, right?
Obviously, that's how
mean-
the movies should be.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
isn't that
like,
how
I
that
don't think
ended?
that's what they're gonna do.
That is an interpretation of it that I tend to agree with.
No,
I mean, he
don't
controlled
think that-
robots outside of the Matrix, clearly.
Yes.
Obviously, something has to be going on there, but they're never gonna mention that or address that.
Look, Neo has Wi-Fi in his brain. That's why.
Yeah, Wi-Fi. That's
Oh,
it.
Fuck me.
They don't need those spine implants that they use repeatedly.
Uh-huh.
Wireless Matrix.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's
Why
just-
would anyone need a fucking? Also, what the fuck was the point of the end fight there? Hold on.
Yeah. What? Which one? What?
With the one where he fought a million Agent Smiths.
Yeah, what the fuck was the point?
The point was Dragon Ball Z is popular, and we don't know how to end this movie. So
It was very cool. Okay.
yeah, it looked great.
Really,
Smith was a virus in the Matrix.
But he couldn't do like Matrix control-y shit like Neo could,
Right, because he's just duplicating. That's his only ability.
which is dumb ability.
to shit ability, but like
Like, couldn't the agents in the earlier movies like take over other beings and like be everywhere and like do anything? They were like unstoppable and badasses. All
Yeah.
you could do when you saw one is run.
Yeah.
Now there's a million of them, and oh no, we're just gonna fight him like toe to toe
Hmm,
without even explicitly using your Matrix controlling powers.
yeah.
also,
think-
I'd like to.
Yeah.
I was just gonna complain about coughing up blood when you get punched in the Matrix.
Uh-huh.
Bullshit.
Why?
Your organs can't get damaged from digital stuff. It totally is allowed to fry your brain and like fuck you up.
That's right. He did. He
Like,
coughed up blood, didn't he?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
his
so that, the only
mind
way that
made
would
it
make
real.
sense is if there was a higher level of reality
Yes.
and that he was in a simulation. It
Yes.
should be that, and they're never going to do that because that would make me happy, and Hollywood will never make me happy.
Especially after John Wick 3, the worst John Wick movie.
Right. See, what I wanted to though is like, what is the worst thing, and then we will have an idea
Oh,
of what the
it's-
Matrix 4 will be.
Keanu wakes up and he's John Wick. Boom, Matrix 4.
He does. It
He's
does look
secretly
like that.
John Wick 4.
In the,
It
in
really
the
does look
teaser,
like
it looks exactly like that. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hear me out.
Okay.
After Neo beats all the fucking guys, right?
All the guys.
The movie ended, right? Like for him.
Yeah,
He-
pretty much.
He was done, though.
They like laid him down and he was dead, right?
Yeah.
I think he's still in the Matrix,
Of course.
but he doesn't have a body to go back to.
Ooh.
And he's been trapped there, unable to like make contact with anyone from the outside. He's trapped in the Matrix with all the other battery people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just there. Like, what the fuck do you do? What is the point?
Learn all the kung fu and become John Wick.
Pretty much, right? So like old Morpheus goes back into the Matrix, as he does probably regularly, but he happens to run into Neo.
Uh-huh.
And Neo's like all old and grizzled and he has long hair now. And he's grumpy because he's been in the Matrix for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
Completely trapped, completely alone, and pissed off. And then, I don't know, they kiss or something.
I'm pretty sure. So I think what's going to happen, this is my bad pitch, is that the Neo's going to wake up not Neo, Mr. Anderson is going to wake up in an insane asylum.
Ooh, in the real world.
in the
And
re-
the Matrix was all his own
It was
craziness.
completely in his head, and the entire thing is this psychological push-pull between his madness and real life, because he was just kind of like an office worker, and he wanted to be some sort of kung fu hacker secret agent.
What if Neo's trapped in the Matrix and Mr. Anderson's trapped in Neo's body?
Wait, aren't they the same person?
They are.
They're the same person?
Mr.
Aren't they?
Anderson is the real
Are you thinking of
name
Agent Smith?
of Neo.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Agent Smith. I'm sorry.
He's the one who says something, Mr. Anderson. He's the only one who
Yeah,
uses his real
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
That's right. God damn it. The fucking first, like, the opening 20 minutes of the first Matrix movie was so good.
The whole Matrix movie
whole
was really
movie was
good.
The whole
pretty
Matrix
good.
movie was quite good,
It was
but the
very good.
first, like, right up until you leave the Matrix was really excellent. And then to be fair, after you've left the Matrix, it was also quite good. But, like, right up until that, it was really good.
You're just saying you didn't like the sequels.
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
No. Okay.
I'm just implying it.
Okay.
The sequels had a lot of good stuff, just like no good ideas.
No, yeah, they were bad ideas filmed adequately.
It's like,
I wholeheartedly disagree. I think they were awesome, and I enjoyed them very much. But I know that's a very, very that most people don't share that.
no, it's because you're wrong. But,
I
you know,
understand.
also, like, if you watch the Animatrix, they had a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
And they just, like, didn't do anything with them outside of, like, the tertiary stuff. Like, there was a comic book that explored ideas
Yeah.
that were not, like, ever in any of the other movies. And it's like, why not use your ideas, people? Come on.
Mm.
But
Hold
no,
on.
there's
They're trying to get
Hmm.
philosophical.
Did they write the Matrix 4 already? Like in the comic books? Is
I
there a
don't know.
storyline after the end of the
I don't
There
know.
is the video game, which is supposed to be canon. There are a couple video games. but
MMO.
There's an
There was
MMO.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about the MMO.
That was supposed to continue
Man.
the story. So
God, what a
Yeah.
terrible medium to continue a story in.
yeah.
No, it's great.
No.
For a thing like The Matrix, it's great because everybody's in this virtual world doing stuff to try to save. Like
That's true.
it's got the same thing that what was that dot hack or whatever it was.
Hmm.
It was like a trapped in a video game
Yeah.
anime series, but they had a video game, and it
Oh.
was like you could play like you were
Slash
trapped
hack.
in the video. Slash
Yeah.
hack, maybe I don't know.
Slash hack. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Something like
something
that.
I don't remember.
Huh.
I don't remember. It was like that was like because being in the video game you're trapped in is a great way to play a video game. You're experiencing the trapped in a video game thing from the perspective of someone playing the video game, which is the only like way to be if you want to experience a fictional universe where other people are experiencing fictional universes.
Mhm.
That's the closest you're gonna get, and it's pretty
That's
great.
True. Huh. Okay. I stand
Really-
corrected.
Yeah, it was a great idea for an MMO, and as I recall, a lot of people liked it a lot. I never played it, and now it no longer exists, and I feel
Mhm, mhm.
sad.
There's got to be a YouTuber who's like put together all of the shit.
Video compilation of all the stuff that
Ooh.
happened, probably.
Maybe.
There's probably a lot of stuff that happened. But yeah, no, it was a game. Maybe they'll pick up where the game left off.
Maybe.
Jesus.
If you didn't play the game, well, screw you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You-
there
first
was
you
like
see-
in the second or third Matrix movie where they introduced characters from like the PS2 game.
Yeah. So they
like
won't...
as though we know what the fuck is going on.
Yes, they did do that. And
Oh dumb.
I don't think that they're gonna do that. So I don't think they're gonna reference any of that
Oh.
content at all. And I think that's what's gonna be one of the things that pisses off the fans a lot, like the major
I
serious fans.
I think the serious fans. There's no way they're still serious fans.
There are.
Oh,
Are
you
you
say
kidding?
that, but
No, well, here's the thing.
question.
I'm a serious fan. I'm a semi-serious.
Are there
fan.
Matrix conventions? I know there are like Firefly conventions for other like 20-year-old media.
God, well, I was going
Are
to use
there Matrix
Firefly.
conventions?
I don't know.
Anybody want to ask? Anybody in chat want to let us know?
So I don't know. Here's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a Firefly fan.
Yeah,
I don't
it's great.
even give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a shit.
No. Me
One,
neither.
it's been 20 years and no one cares anymore. And the people that do need to get over it. And two,
Wow, hot take.
fucking Christ, it's been 20 years. It's been 20 years for a thing that had one season.
Less
And
than
while-
one season.
Less than one season.
Didn't they get canceled mid-season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And two, they got their fucking chance and they made that dog shit pile of a movie.
Mhm.
That's true.
Same with The Matrix. They made a movie. It was excellent. We were all fans of it. Then they proceeded to make 2 more movies. And the second one was not great. And the third one kind of sucked tremendously. So fuck them. You had your chance and you ruined it. Like, why are we still going nuts over this shit? And now I've alienated my whole audience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Look. Very enthusiastic fans are often difficult, right? I will never forget going to the Serenity movie. What is it? Was it called Serenity?
Serenity, yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Going to the movie, and I went with your sister. We were going and getting in line, and I think that's what happened. I think it was this movie. Anyway, yeah, it absolutely was. And this other person coming up they had the like Jane outfit on with the hat and everything,
Oh wow.
and they're coming up and they're like, "Oh, cool. Who are you guys supposed to be?" Like they
Mhm.
just kind of immediately assume they are so into it that we are in costume. And granted, we dressed fairly eccentrically.
Yeah, okay.
This was back when you dressed like Neo, right?
Yes, yeah, but I dressed like Neo before the Matrix came out. I was young
Sure.
and cool.
And,
No, I really did. You talk to your sister. Ask her.
I believe you. I
she
remember
thought my
that trench
trench coat
you
was-
used to wear.
She thought it was very cool.
I'd like to point out though, you dress like I remember you. You dressed like Neo.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. What Firefly nerd looks at that and goes, "Ah, yes, a Firefly character that looks like Neo.
I
Like,
don't know. I don't know. But it was
Say
very.
you're something.
it
You know,
was-
we're the Dark Watch. Easy peasy.
Oh, you don't know who they
I-
are? Maybe you're not a real fan.
Oh, yeah.
It's from the
God.
comics. God, have you not read all the
God.
comics?
claiming there's comics of things is something we can no longer do
Yeah. Okay.
because of
Why
the
not?
internet. But
Like, there's
But-
a lot of comics.
well, convincing fans that there's a comic of the thing they love that they just can't find is some maddening
Oh.
shit pre-internet.
Yeah. That's true.
maybe
But
say
like, we
from
can
the
still
novel.
do it. We just have to say it like it's right. It hasn't been translated to English yet or something.
Oh my god! Right?
from
no,
the
of course,
Japanese comics.
the Japanese comics.
Yeah.
God. All right. Well, that's some chaotic evil shit right there.
So, did you guys know
Mm.
the Lego company manufactured a hole punch
Yes, I did know this. I'm
to
up
integrate
on my
paper into your Legos?
my Lego nonsense. It's actually really goddamn cool, but it basically also
the-
is a whole standard hole punch.
It's a standard hole. And
Wait,
the standard hole punch works better
Oh, does
than
it?
the Lego one because the Lego one's exactly the right
Oh,
size
it's a little
for
too
the
small.
dots.
Oh,
And being
man.
exactly the right size is fine, but then if you have two dots next to each other, if they're not perfectly aligned, you're screwed. Regular hole punch, they're way too big, so you can jiggle it around a little.
Yeah, so
What
basically,
the
you take a piece of paper and you put like pump two holes in it, right? And then you put like one Lego brick on one side, one Lego brick on the other side, and you clamp the paper in between. And now you can integrate that paper into
Oh.
your build, which is
Yeah.
an awesome idea.
Yeah, flexible Lego structures,
that is son of
bendy
a
Lego
bitch.
structures, springy Lego structures.
Like,
It's
think
a great
about-
idea.
Like imagine, like DIY printable pirate ship sails.
Yeah.
Dude,
There you go.
Be so cool.
God. Why don't they still have that?
I mean, they do.
No
I,
one wants it.
I think it's
Well,
a.
because you can just get a normal hole punch.
I think it's a. I think it's a
Oh, that's fair.
Japanese thing, actually.
Yeah, I don't know that it ever made it to America.
I will say it's a
Or
very
maybe
interesting cultural trait that the Japanese use paper structurally,
Mm.
and like almost no other cultures do.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I think I'm gonna say, go on here on a limb, is either as a general culture, Japan is one of the few cultures that's like so respectful of other people's things that like assholes wouldn't just break it,
Huh.
or maybe they're just like, I don't know, they'll make better paper or some shit.
There's part of that because rice paper is much stronger than our normal paper. There's
okay.
also, they live on a very small island and trees aren't super common there. Like, they don't have quite the sort of ridiculous amounts of forests most other countries have. So lumber's expensive. And what do you got?
Gee.
You got this really nice rice paper, but a shortage of lumber. Suddenly you've got structural rice paper.
That also, I guess,
Pretty
explains
cool.
why their carpentry is ludicrous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like
You do
jewelry is
Do not waste any
crazy
of it.
fancy because you are making something incredibly expensive.
It's
Yeah.
also
It's a
the
scarce resource.
cultural mindset of becoming
Yeah,
like,
there's-
perfect at something, practically.
They do value craftsmanship more than like, I don't know, Americans, I guess.
I guess, but they also just don't pay them very much still anyway. A lot of that
What?
stuff's dying out because it's not very profitable.
Oh,
That's
well,
incredibly sad.
Well,
it
yeah,
is.
but like, we have to start valuing stuff more.
Mm.
Nah, we could just like wait until global pandemics kill most of the population, and
That's
then we just take the stuff from the dead.
Ooh, looting.
Yeah,
I've always
The
wanted to
collapse-
loot stuff.
the collapse of capitalism will come when there's so much stuff and not enough people. That's how we bring down capitalism.
More
Speaking of
stuff.
capitalism,
Yeah,
speaking of capitalism, I listened to a brief description of Atlas Shrugged.
Oh.
I've read that.
You
Okay, book.
perfect. Yes. Have you read it?
It was an okay book. I think I've read like 3/4 of the way through, and I was like, okay, I'm
think I've
tired
read
of this
that.
boring shit. But there's nothing I
Wait.
guess wrong with it as a book.
Did I read?
There wasn't.
Who's
All right,
the
let me-
author? Who's the author?
Ayn
again?
Rand.
Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand. So I've read
Yeah.
some of Ayn Rand's books. Did I? I don't know if I read that one.
I believe this woman was on like welfare while writing these books against welfare.
Yeah,
Um,
no, she wasn't like smart or had a good philosophy or anything.
What's the plot? What's the basic plot of Atlas
Okay.
Shrugged?
Ooh, I got it. Ready? So Atlas Shrugs is a story about how this lady who's super wealthy and owns a railroad company wants to buy steel from a guy who's making magic steel that's basically vibranium.
Okay, I haven't read this one. I read a different Ayn Rand book.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the metaphors are like shitty and poorly thought out.
Yeah.
Including the pirate who steals the taxes that the government takes and returns them to the wealthiest people because income tax is bullshit.
Ayn Rand had some
Yeah.
ideas. She had
Ayn
some
Rand
thoughts.
had ideas.
but she did have ideas.
Yeah, she had a lot of ideas about things.
He had a lot of ideas.
And, like some of the things she said were like technically true, but not like meaningful in any sort of like real context.
Or at
Like,
least
her
insightful to have a
philosophy
thought
works.
about.
Yeah, her philosophy works in a complete vacuum where people can't be harmed by other people's actions, which is
And where everyone's born equally.
right. And
Very
like,
important.
there's no history.
There's no history. You definitely
Yeah.
aren't born like disabled in any way or poor. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
Ayn
just
Rand.
remember the oath of living in the super wealthy valley is I don't owe anyone shit, and please keep our secret for us.
Also get the fuck off my lawn.
I read the
Yeah.
one about an architect.
Fountainhead.
Fountainhead, that's what it is. That was interesting.
Yeah. It was a book
It was a book.
with characters doing things.
Yeah.
Maybe for reasons.
The only big takeaway that I got out of that it made me think about was how much in reality every act is a selfish act.
Oh. That's an interest. You took Ayn Rand and thought of something interesting. That's impressive. How much in reality every act is a selfish act?
I disagree.
Yeah, I feel like there are non-selfish acts.
There are non-selfish acts. You can always put an act into selfish context.
But I'm saying because you are choosing to do it, why are you choosing to do it? Is it
You can do it for the good of others.
Yeah, but you're doing it for the good of others, but in reality, that is good for you.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
No.
I think the only like even the act of like giving your life up for something, I think that's even a selfish act.
So
It's something that you chose.
I think choosing is selfish in its nature. You're right. The fact that you have a choice is entirely selfish in that you are being a self.
Sure.
You've redefined selfish. Good job.
Yeah, but that's
Well-
not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
Well-
about that if you want to do something and you do it, or you don't want to do something and then push past it and do it anyway, it's still a selfish act. You are doing it for you. You only do things for you. And that's not necessarily bad.
I feel like that's a point you can't dispute
Yeah,
because
it's
you
true.
can't. No, not necessarily, but
Because
you
it's-
definitely can't
Sorry.
know that it's not true. You know,
Wait,
stepping in front of the bullet to save someone is selfish because you want to be a hero, maybe, or maybe because you can't imagine the other person dying.
So everything that you say, like, okay, like, so let's say I take a bullet for somebody. I want them to live.
Right. You're making a
that's
choice.
That's a selfish act of I want them to live.
Right. So you
That's what I'm saying.
if so, I
Is paying taxes selfish?
Yes.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't want the government to come and get me.
Yeah, that's why most people pay taxes.
That's why it's entirely I do it out of entire
Now,
selfishness.
some people do give more money than their taxes dictate they have to specific organizations in the government because you are allowed to do that. You can
Okay.
dictate where additional money goes. Some people do that.
Why?
Because they want the perhaps I don't know Medicare and Medicaid to have more money, or
Okay, so they
they
want
want the
that.
national parks to have more money.
So they want those things. So then it's selfish.
Yeah, right. If I want someone else to do well, it is selfish if I let them do well. Agreed.
If it's something you want.
I
Right.
think y'all have redefined selfish beyond
Yep.
what normal people.
Yeah, no, it's
mean
totally
when they say
fucked.
selfish.
It's totally fucked, and it can't be saved at this point.
Cool.
Okay.
So selfishness is no longer bad
Okay.
as long as when you do selfish things, it helps other people predominantly.
I never said selfishness was bad. I think it's a good thing.
Absolutely. Yep. This new definition of selfish that is so very close to the one everyone knows, but not somehow, is basically just removing the greed part of self. Well, it's saying everything is greed.
Mm,
And I guess that's why you should just starve to death in a
no,
cupboard.
I'm not saying selfishness is greed. I think those are two separate things.
You don't believe it's greedy to want things?
No. I think it's greedy when you want too much. I think that's the definition of greed.
So if I helped too many people, that would be greedy because I wanted to help them. Is that right?
Yeah,
Don't
yes.
get greedy doing all this charity. Leave
Yeah,
some charity for
come
the rest
on.
of us.
Yeah, exactly. There's too few children starving in Africa now. Jesus, come on.
How can I help all the children if you've already helped all the children?
Wow, we've covered a lot today. We've gotten through some real serious stuff.
Yeah, this is really I think shown the world our true colors here. You're greedy, we're greedy, everyone's greedy. Go to our OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's about it. So the title for the episode: "Stop donating to charity, you selfish prick."
That's a good one. Shit, and I
Thanks.
wrote one down. I specifically wrote one down in
Oh.
advance. So I guess we'll have to save mine
that
for
one
next time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So are we up to the what did we learn today? time?
No,
Uh,
no. I have questions about this book and how it is somehow the Libertarian Manifesto.
Oh, okay. What are your
No.
questions?
How?
It's about being a selfish prick.
Oh, my hands
Oh.
are dying.
Like
Uh-oh.
if the society never did anything for you, you don't owe anything to society, right?
Right. Yeah, no. I mean, I guess technically you don't owe. It's not like a
Right.
literal
Like,
debt.
if you don't accept help from society, you don't owe them anything.
Right. Okay. Sure. If you don't participate within the society, I guess you don't
Right.
owe the society anything.
Right. So like if you don't owe society anything, you don't owe, adhering to their laws to society.
No, that's something society has been doing for me. Not getting murdered is pretty much a constant norm of my life.
Yeah, but that wouldn't happen anyway. Like nobody would
Why not?
probably just kill you if there weren't laws.
No, they definitely would. I'm kind of a prick. I drive like a real asshole sometimes, all slow and shit, keeping to the speed limit.
Yeah. There wouldn't be a speed limit if you didn't obey the laws.
Yeah, I'd like that
Huh?
less. I love speed limits. Jesus Christ.
Roads
Also,
are terrible.
roadways are a thing that society provides to you and a benefit you're receiving from them. So you owe something in return.
No. Everyone always asks always asks libertarians, but what about roads? You don't need governments to build roads, quotes an actual libertarian guy who's running for office.
You don't. You just need governments to build roads that are accessible to everybody, a general public good, and not garbage.
Ooh, and also not pay to use.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I guess roads
well,
already are. But...
there are pay-to-use roads.
I can't
Like,
turn
I paid
on
toll.
the outro in between you guys talking because my hands have died.
Your
Well, that's all
hands
right.
have
We can just
died.
keep talking.
Yeah,
We haven't
this
even talked about
this
what we've
episode
learned yet.
never ends.
Oh.
Just sit there with your dead hands. Jesus.
Mm.
What do you want? Like medical attention or something?
Yeah, what do you think this is? Some sort of communism? This is a libertarian utopia. Go deal with your own dead hands.
Yeah, this is a libertarian utopia. Get the fuck out. If you can't, if your hands aren't no good.
Mm.
Yeah, you can't use your hands. I guess you starve. Tough shit.
Yeah, good luck feeding yourself.
Yeah. Well, you want some nanny state government to come in and feed you because you ain't got no hands?
Would they do that?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I mean, our government, yeah,
Yeah. okay,
probably.
Really?
Cool.
probably.
Probably not. Like
it's probably-
80% of the shit they're supposed to
How
do,
do
you
I
think.
Get
Well,
people
no,
to
they-
come to my house and put snacks in my mouth.
Cut your arms off easy.
Yeah, it's super simple. In this easy step of buy a chainsaw,
Yeah.
you too can become completely
Fed by the
incapable.
government.
Wow. It's pretty great.
I mean, they'll definitely put you in a special home.
Yeah.
You know, so because it's more cost effective.
No, I
Because we
really-
are living in a semi-libertarian world, but not completely libertarian.
I want
is
somebody to come to my
poisoned by all the
house.
bad parts of libertarianism.
Not all the bad parts. There's still some we haven't poisoned everything with.
Pretty sure it's all poisoned. Goddamn reality poisoning libertarians.
So, I have a question for you, Eric, just
Yeah.
in case. Are there any other political ideologies out there that aren't in the zeitgeist of is zeitgeist the right word?
That people don't talk about.
Yeah. Like you know how Shinto is a religion
Mm.
that
But
until
nobody mentions it.
basically like anime happened, no one in the Western world seemed to even know it existed except for like 4 historians.
And a few hippies.
Right. Is there like another type of government that exists?
Oh.
You know what I
other
mean?
than
Like-
communism, capitalism,
And then like the things in
anarchism,
between.
socialism. Yeah,
socialism.
like, are there other forms of? I don't know. That's a good question. Like,
I mean, monarchy is just a leader
There's-
who figures something else out.
monarchism and feudalism.
Totalitarianism.
Yeah,
a lot of
there's all
isms.
There's all these isms.
Hmm.
But
But,
like, I
like,
don't think
is-
there's a real different idea. Like, either people have to be centrally organized
Mhm.
or not, and those are basically the two extremes. Right? Like, it's like either we have a hierarchical system or a non-hierarchical system, and that's about it. Really. Like, there aren't really other structures unless we're going like some sort of fourth dimensional social structure that, like, I don't think any normal human being could comprehend.
Calvin,
Yeah.
Calvin?
Yeah.
what do you think?
I think
Technology works, kids. Go out there
I'm back.
and
Am I back?
learn
Ooh,
it.
welcome back. We hear you.
Hi. Yeah. Did I disappear from VR chat?
Yeah, you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
you went gone.
Yeah.
I think it's time to end the podcast.
I think it might be.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We really appreciate it. We aren't having technical difficulties, and this is
No.
what we intended to have happen.
Yeah.
Think,
This was
thunk,
scripted in advance.
thunk, think, thunk, thunk tank. It's time for thunk tank. Goodbye,
No, it's the end of
everybody.
Thunk Tank. Not time for it.
This
why
is
do you
episode
know
brought to you
how
by
our
Calvin,
end
Eric, and Andreas. We do everything ourselves. We don't know what's going on. And also Denny's. Thanks, Denny's, for supporting us. Not financially, just morally.
Thanks. Denny's.
Goodbye.